The Midwest Pages to Prisoners project was founded 19 years ago in Bloomington, Indiana. Paired with Boxcar Books, this all-volunteer effort strives to encourage self-education and protect rights to access for incarcerated men and women in the United States while increasing community awareness of the relationship between community and incarceration. Pages to Prisoners serves 16 states total, focusing mostly on the Midwest, but extending to both Western and Eastern states with high prison populations. The main goal of the Midwest Pages to Prisoners project is to provide free books and educational resources to inmates who write and request materials. Our hope is to give them a way to pass the time and educate themselves in the hopes of allowing them to have a more livable life during their sentence. Research has shown that education among the prison population is the only evidence-based method to effectively reduce the recidivism rate, or the rate at which inmates are reincarcerated after their release. In addition to simply providing these materials and resources, the Pages volunteer staff provides compassionate support and solidarity to all prisoners who are incarcerated in the United States and around the world. Each package of books contains a personal letter written by a volunteer to a specific inmate. Many of our incarcerated brothers and sisters do not have a strong support system on the outside from family or friends, so we at Pages strive to provide support that they may or may not be receiving. While Pages focuses strongly on prisoner self-education and breaking down and changing the prison system as a whole, we also address many other issues that are extremely prevalent in our prison system, particularly regarding anarchist and queer and trans prisoners. Avalon Snell, a member of both the Boxcar Books and Pages Collective, talks a little bit about how Pages works to assist these incarcerated populations.
Well, for many people who are incarcerated who are queer, their basis for them being incarcerated is often prejudice based on appearance, and oftentimes it's a response to certain homophobic remarks they're getting. I know a couple of people that groups in Bloomington have supported were arrested for attacking people who were gay bashing them essentially, and got stricter prison sentences than the people who actually beat them up. In terms of anarchist prisoners, I think there's general certain backlashes for different political ideas, and there's grand juries that happen which will be targeting just huge scenes, and you'll just get put in prison and held there. I mean, it's a pretty clear tactic where if one person gets subpoenaed, then it just starts crumbling and more people get subpoenaed. But then of course a lot of people will refuse to speak or cooperate, and so have these 6-month prison sentences where they're just being held essentially for no reason. In general, people who are queer and imprisonated face huge risks from guards and inmates for being queer, and in general, if you're a person who is trans, although this is getting better in some cases, it's still a struggle to be put in the right prison, and then access to hormones is really limited. I feel Boxcar and Pages are really two centers of solidarity for a lot of people who are anarchist or queer who are incarcerated, and kind of support other groups who are doing projects, or will be a center where those projects can happen at.
Pages to Prisoners is not simply a books to prison program. Pages is a group of like-minded individuals working together not only to provide educational materials to inmates in the United States, but also to promote advocacy for this often forgotten population and provide support and solidarity for those who would otherwise be ignored or neglected, for those who would otherwise be held solely responsible for actions born from much larger socio-political problems such as poverty, racism, xenophobia, addiction, militarism, capitalism, and property ownership. The Midwest Pages to Prisoners project exists to provide these inmates with the free materials necessary to get back on their feet after incarceration, and the support and solidarity to help them make it through their time in the justice system.